Hey everybody, and welcome to Mugen Battle number 295, and here we have a nice 1v1 battle for you all. And in this one we got Sailor Venus going 1v1 against Devil Hunter Yohko. And this battle is going to take place on a selected stage, and I think we're going to do, for this one, I guess we'll do the Gin Sio Stage. Hope you enjoy, folks. We got the pool stage. Let's see who wins out of Devil Hunter Yohko and Sailor Venus. Let's see, Sailor Venus gets decked back by a flaming ring from Yohko as Sailor Venus fires off a mini crescent beam, and Devil Hunter Yohko knocks Venus back with a fire chain. Let's see, and Sailor Venus trying to use her Love Me chain, and Venus fires off a giant crescent beam on Yohko as Yohko retaliates with a giant fire ring. And now Sailor Venus pounds Yohko back with her Love Me chain and jumps into a giant crescent beam shot. Yohko shields up, and then Yohko ends up flip throwing Venus. And then Yohko spams 3 fire rings on Venus in the corner. And now Venus shoots out a giant heart and hits Yohko pretty good with it. And then does a Love Me chain to polish her off. And Sailor Venus managed to defeat Yohko in round 1. Let's see how round 2 goes. Let's see, and Devil Hunter Yohko tries to summon a fire ring, but does a giant jumping split kick on Venus, doing some good damage. Let's see, and Venus jumps through the fire rings and does a Love Me chain spin on Yohko, who blocks it, and then grabs Venus and flips her. Let's see, and Venus leaps behind Yohko, fires off a giant crescent beam, then does a Love Me chain whip from behind Yohko. And Yohko shields up with her fire ring, tries to sword slash Venus, who lashes at her with some Love Me chain whips and some beams. And then Venus fires off a giant crescent beam, decking Yohko back a little bit. And then Yohko sword swipes Venus. And then Yohko grabs Venus and back throws her. And then Venus gets back thrown again by Yohko. And then Yohko back throws Venus again. And then Venus shoots a giant heart at Yohko. And then tries to do a Love Me chain with some beam shots. And then Yohko takes out Venus with 3 multi-hit fire rings. And Yohko battles back in round 2. Let's see who takes round 3. Let's see, Sailor Venus gets slapped back by Yohko. And then Sailor Venus tries to leap on top of Yohko. Now let's see, and Venus is trying to lay into her with that Love Me chain, but Yohko ends up blocking. And then Venus fires off a vertical yellow beam of death. And then Yohko decks Venus back with some multi-hit fire rings. And Yohko continues to use fire rings on Venus, forcing her back. And then Venus fires off a mini crescent beam, then tries to do a Love Me chain. And then Venus shoots a giant heart at Yohko, who ends up blocking it. And then Yohko grabs Venus and back throws her. And then tries to do a jump kick, and then Venus knocks Yohko down with a nice Love Me chain strike. And then Yohko fires back with some multi-hit fire rings. And then Venus gets swatted back again. And then Venus fires off a giant crescent beam. And then Yohko manages to off Venus barely. Wow, that match came down to the wire. But Yohko manages to grind out that last hit and get the win. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed that match, and stay tuned for Mugen Battle number 296 coming soon. See you later, peoples.